Many of you may have had the opportunity to watch the tent. It was our opening project that we shot 1 year ago, not too far away from this very field that we're sitting in. So we want to talk about how we've arrived at this point and give you all a little bit of the history of why we're doing this. Jesus, about 3 years ago, asked us to come together and to start our very first project, the tent.
So it was late in 2019. I was running a wedding business. We were getting 30, 40 clients a year. My wife was working with me in this business as a wedding planner. We came into our last wedding and we had felt this nudge, like God was starting to ask us to take a break and tell us to take the whole next year off in 2020. And it was the very last wedding of 2019 when my wife found out that she had breast cancer. And I'll never forget those early mornings waking up and just questioning and trying to understand, what's the purpose of all of this? What's the point of all of this? Is it just to live and to go and work a job and to go home and just to suffer?
There is no God! No. Only suffering. And then the end.
And I remember calling Kyler and just venting to him and really just in deep anguish. It was one evening, she was in the middle of chemo. We couldn't let people in our house. The pandemic had started. And we came across a show, The Chosen, and it was the first time I'd ever heard about it. I mean, I'd heard some stuff online, and I remember just watching this first episode, and there's this scene where Jesus essentially says and claims her and says, "I've called you by name and you are mine." And I remember just weeping, and I was just in the back room of my house, and for the first time in my life, it felt like I was given permission to sort of hope, to be able to work on a Christian project. It had such a deep impact in me. I felt like I want to do this, but it wasn't just like man, I want to do this thing he's doing. It felt like something came alive in me. For the first time in my life, I felt like, man, I can take my film experience, I can actually apply it.
And I remember praying for him and then just suddenly feeling this urgency come up inside of me. We should just make something together. And at first it was just something that we were enjoying doing over the phone, and kind of, my brother kept on saying, we just need a script. We need a script if we're gonna do this, you know?
And we just started writing. We wrote 3 different projects. And it was just a back and forth, and I felt something coming to life there where it was like, man, this is enjoyable. I remember having this recollection. We were talking on the phone just about, why did The Chosen work? How did it give us hope? How did it inspire us? And I remember thinking, like, man, we only have so much time left.
And I think there was a realization where we got to slow down in the middle of the pandemic and think, what do we want our life to be about? In the middle of that hardship and in the middle of that suffering, one of the amazing things that Jesus did is he let us come out of it by creating.
And we got to work, man, and we put sweat, blood, and tears into that project to try and pull it off.
At the end of it, we sat back and we looked at each other and we just asked, what just happened? He's given us creativity in this life. He's given us joy. He's given us music. He's put inside of all of us wonderful gifts that we can use to come to life. We know from the Bible that he wants you to make much of him. He wants you to bring glory to his name. That's what my brother and I are trying to do. We're trying to make much of Jesus. We're trying to take the Bible and bring it to life in a way where people say, that's excellent, it's beautiful, and I want to know more.
Oh God of ages, forgive me of my faithlessness. Protect my Shaka from all of these things I do not.
Shaka, I love it.